I like to think of me and Kyle as a kind of schizophrenic partnership. We're two minds trapped in one body, and unfortunately for me, Kyle has control of the body most of the time. He's the main mind here. I can just give him suggestions and try and nudge him in the right direction, and God knows he needs a nudge, because he needs some help, let's just say. I wouldn't say either of us is exactly sane, but working together, we can trick people into thinking we're sane most of the time. Kyle just has to listen to me. He's the only one who can hear me, so if he doesn't listen to me, then who the fuck is gonna? We are going to wither away so we can die.
Kyle decided to... Kyle is not...
There's two things we need to do. Thing number one is we need to smash the artifact. Just because I want to see what that does. Thing number two we need to do as a ghost is we need to haunt Gabby and see, because she's the bug vigilante, so maybe if we haunt her, that goes somewhere with the whole bug vigilante thing. Step one is to smash the artifact.
This was one of the many mysterious artifacts.
Nothing bad has ever happened from smashing artifacts.
Kyle began pounding the mysterious artifact with both fists. Within a few hours, it had become dust.
Good! Now what?
An ancient force trapped in the artifact was released and turned Kyle into a lizard demon.
Into a what? A lizard demon? Well, it's an upgrade from Ghost, I'll tell you that. Let's get the sword, just because we're here.
Expecting
back to the hallway. Flirt through... Let's leave the apartment. See what happens. Let's visit the tech store as a ghost. Maybe as a ghost they'll fix my fucking phone. Give review a free sample as a ghost.
This phone, said Kyle, is...
Oh no.
Kyle...
It's the exact same thing we said last time.
Feeling...
Okay. Let's go haunt Gabby.
Kyle felt a sudden pull on his heart. Had he abandoned his job as a ghost?
You would think becoming a lizard demon would have a more drastic effect, but no, that seems to not be that bad.
What?
Okay,
Kyle
are going to go
he should make a plan about who or where he should spook
himself. Let's go haunt Gabby. We're a lizard demon ghost with a sword. This should be fun.
Kyle believed that Gabby would be delighted to have him spook about.
Of course, why wouldn't she be, Kyle?
Kyle started to slowly creep to Gabby's door in a very spooky way.
Okay.
He crouched by Gabby's door, cooing quietly and waiting for her to leave so he could cause her a spook.
Cooing quietly? You're not a pigeon, Kyle. What are you doing?
It didn't take long. Soon, Gabby exited her apartment and started walking towards her car.
Oh? Is she going out as the bug vigilante? Was she called away on urgent business?
Kyle crept behind her, invisible to all senses.
If you're invisible, why do you need to creep? You could just strut around. You could sprint. They don't know.
Gabby opened the driver's side door and got in. She seemed to be leaving for some errands.
Uh-huh. Errands.
Kyle was struck with a wonderful idea.
Please don't possess the car, Kyle.
Kyle started to run to the back of Gabby's car.
Yes.
Perhaps if he could catch her before she left, he could hide in the trunk.
But you're invisible. Just get in the car. Just passenger seat.
Kyle could make noises as she drove. He could follow her around on her errand, knocking over small objects nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Gabby put the car in reverse and floored the accelerator.
Oh, shit.
Invisible to all senses, Kyle was crushed underneath the back tires of the car, creating a large boom.
Oh, Kyle! Someone call a ghost ambulance!
Gabby figured she'd hit the curb. She put the car into forward and floored the accelerator again.
Oh, Kyle.
Kyle became locked in an endless loop of Gabby trying to move her car out of her parking space, being run over repeatedly.
Oh no. This is not what we wanted. We wanted to go... Kyle!
As the day started to wane and it drew closer to the time of Rachel's interview, Kyle ceased to be a ghost, per normal.
Of course, except now we're being smushed by a car.
Gabby neither noticed nor stopped.
Oh, Kyle. Oh, this is one of the most brutal days we've had.
Kyle was forced to conduct Rachel's interview while being run over.
Oh, how did that go?
Kyle's crew moved the filming set next to Gabby's apartment.
And she still didn't notice me?
Rachel appeared. Kyle asked her many questions. They shared several laughs. The interview was successful.
It was? How's that?
The sound of Gabby flooring her car's accelerator drowned out large sections of the episode.
And it was a success? Okay, lesson learned. Don't haunt Gabby. Because bad things happen. Well, only one thing left to do. If I visit her as a ghost, does anything change?
Kyle approached a middle-aged woman named Gabby. "Good morning, neighbor," said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly.
If I ask her about Rachel, because she's the vigilante, does she maybe know about the crimes? I'm a ghost, by the way. I don't know if that matters to you.
"Gabby," Kyle asked, "what are your true thoughts about Rachel May?" "Oh, Rachel?" Gabby said. "She's a wonderful woman. Her generous acts have inspired more good work than bad."
Do you know anything you want to tell me, Gabby? Anything you want to share about Rachel?
Gabby trailed off, not meeting Kyle's eyes.
Come on, you can share.
After several uncomfortable minutes of silence, Kyle turned around and left.
God damn it, Kyle. Okay, well, let's haunt ourselves and see what happens.
Kyle decided Kyle could think of nobody better to spook than himself.
This should be interesting.
Kyle sat on the sidewalk and looked at the ground. He took a deep breath. Kyle began to scream uncontrollably, as he had managed to spook himself by his very existence.
Yeah, I get that, Kyle. Sometimes, existence is pain,
Kyle jumped up from the sidewalk and began to run around, flailing his arms.
Well, this is interesting.
Unfortunately, Kyle was unable to escape from the fact that he was himself.
No matter how far you go, there you are. I wouldn't want to be Kyle either. I'm in Kyle's head, and that's bad enough.
Kyle spent several minutes screaming.
Alright, remember to drink some water, Kyle. You don't want to have a sore throat.
But as he screamed, Kyle realized it was becoming time for Rachel's interview.
Ah.
Continuing to scream, Kyle traveled to his studio.
Well, existential dread doesn't excuse you from your responsibilities.
That evening, Kyle tried to do well by his duties and conduct the interview with Rachel.
While screaming.
But being able to only express pure terror, the episode consisted only of Rachel watching him scream.
That doesn't sound like a bad episode.
The episode was very popular.
I told you.
Kyle was asked to continue screaming in the next episode, and the next.
That should be easy. After all, Kyle is Kyle, and nobody wants to be Kyle. It's very easy to just let that feeling wash over you and start screaming.
Kyle's show was rebranded to Kyle is Scared with Kyle. The studio went on to produce many episodes.
Okay.
Kyle remained existentially terrified of himself.
Oh, Kyle. That's fine. I'll always be here to remind you that you are you. And you are terrible, and that will keep the success rolling in. Okay, we're getting the orphans.
Kyle had become...
We need to get dressed.
Kyle put on his hot dog suit.
Maybe just have a nibble.
Feeling fairly hungry, Kyle bent over and took a large bite out of his suit.
Out of his suit? Not out of yourself, Kyle.
It wasn't enough. Kyle continued to eat his clothing.
No, Kyle, it's fine.
Soon, Kyle had eaten most of the suit. The chunks that were left were enough to act as clothes, but barely.
That's fine.
Kyle felt satisfied. The hot dogs had nourished him greatly, functionally giving him more time in his day.
Wait, really? That's amazing! That means we could market. If we chicken desk drawer, grab the change. We don't want to get hot dogs because we know how getting hot dogs ends. Exit. Leave apartment. Could I talk to Gabby about hot dogs?
A middle-aged woman named Gab. "Good morning, neighbor," said Kyle cheerfully. Gabby looked at Kyle expectantly.
Tell Gabby about hot dog sales.
Gabby, Kyle said, I think I have had a big life change today. Gabby raised her eyebrows.
Yes, Gabby, it's fair. You know, you have your vigilante thing. I'm following my dreams.
I'm giving it all up, Gabby. It's time for me to follow my heart. I'm going to sell hot dogs now.
Hence the
looked into her
hot
eyes.
dog bikini that I'm wearing.
Gabby looked over her shoulder, trying to find an escape.
You don't need to respond. I'm just letting you know.
Good job, Kyle, she said. Sounds like you better get started on that right away.
There has to be some way to follow her to wherever she vigilantes.
Kyle realized that Gabby was right and returned back to the street.
Marketing.
Kyle
Let's
walked
purchase some marketing.
Kyle walked. How much more? Kyle.
Okay. While we're here,
Kyle. After picking through
press the button.
the wall of the slab was thick and old.
Okay. That was just
Kyle
a waste
made
of
his
time.
way to the street corner. After a long day of but as he
Alright, we're
Kyle
going to
knew that
the
in order to-
orphanage.
Kyle decided that it would be best to go find some hot dogs at the local orphanage.
Hot dogs, Kyle. We're not selling children.
To boost their monthly income, the local orphanage ran several fundraisers that gave services to the city.
Including some kind of hot dogs.
Kyle subscribed to one such service. Volunteers would mash the orphans' toys and dead pets together and distribute the paste from a faucet behind the orphanage.
Okay, what? Dead pets and bits of toy sound an awful lot like hot dogs to me.
Residents of the city could pay a subscription fee to use the faucet for a certain period of time every day.
Okay.
Kyle had become a regular paste subscriber to get cheap food, juice, or glue depending on what he needed.
You gotta be savvy with your money.
Kyle walked behind the orphanage and swung open the faucet, hoping today's slurry was suitable to make hot dogs from.
Here's hoping, Kyle. Here's hoping, maybe Fido died. And, there's a bit meatier.
For a moment, nothing came out. But then, with a loud burst, the faucet started spewing out orphans.
Damn it, we said we don't want orphans.
The orphans had staged an uprising and were escaping through the faucet.
Well, we tried to not sell orphans, and they went through our faucets, and now we're just gonna have to sell them. I'm sorry, Kyle, that's just what's gonna have to happen.
Finally, free to the world, the orphans rushed forward, crushing Kyle beneath their feet.
I'm down here! Excuse me!
The orphans knew exactly what their plan was to be. They wasted no time putting it into action.
Don't be ridiculous. Orphans aren't organized.
Several orphans quickly constructed a large building. Others called their contacts in the marketing industry.
Hey, I have marketing!
Within minutes, the orphans had constructed a large hot dog restaurant.
Yo! What the fuck is this? You trying to undercut me? Me? Kyle, the hot dog god?
Immediately, denizens of the city began flooding through its doors to buy hot dogs.
Oh, these orphans want to play.
It was not long before the orphans had completely taken over the local food industry. The reach of the hot dog shop increased. People stopped buying other food. Grocery stores closed.
Where are they getting hot dogs, though?
But the orphans were not finished. They soon expanded their business to all outlets.
This is exactly why the orphans were locked away in the first place. They escape, and they go and they build monopolies, and then the economy collapses. There is a reason we kept them in that orphanage.
They monopolized insurance, retail, production, art, entertainment, and everything in between. Stay Up Late with Kyle was taken off the air to be replaced with various orphan broadcasts.
You see, I'm not upset about them taking my talk show. I'd already given up that life. I am upset about them taking my fucking hot dogs. Oh, I'm gonna get you, you little orphans.
Soon, everything that Kyle was known for had been replaced with something orphan-related. Nevertheless, Kyle remained famous as the man who released the orphans and was featured in all of the orphan history books.
So is their plan to escape to just hope someone opened the faucet that day? They were just going to hide there like, boy, I hope somebody comes by.
Kyle did not sell any hot dogs.
The orphans were prepared. The orphans. Today was such a good day. I'd prepared so well. And then, bloody orphans.